running in lane 7. Terrific support, as we said earlier, by the British fans there in the crowd. Just on his outside, Ugini of Nigeria, third to bolt in his first round. The second Nigerian. So we've got Magwakwe, Guruso, Lamet, the very tall, long-striding Frenchman, looked very good. Sukahara, who was second to Rogers in lane 4. Piri, who was second to bolt in his qualifying round. Then Rogers, the, I suppose, first-seeded man in this race from the United States. Edgar of Great Britain and Ugini of Nigeria, making up this second of the second round for the men's 100 metres. Oh, well, that was a blatant false start by Rogers, I think. We'll have to wait and see. Well, the cameras are panning in on him quite rightly. I don't think there's any question about that. I don't know why he decided to make a break for that, but there you go. So I don't think we need to refer to the electronic timing for that one.
Well, you'd have thought he'd be feeling quite confident, Steve. US champion this year. There's a glimpse of a Safa Powell. He goes in the next of the quarterfinals, just making his way through to the call room. And he'll be keen to avoid any mistakes like the one he made in the first round, which almost resulted in his early exit. Former world record holder, desperate to prove something in the next quarter-final.
Well, second heat of the men's second round. Magakwe, Guruso, Lamate, Sukahara, Piri, Rogers, Edgar and Ugini going down to their blocks. Rogers the man to watch, first in his first heat here in the Berlin Stadium. And he's inside to his left, Piri, who was second to bolt in qualifying for this second round. And on his outside, Ugini, who was third to bolt. So he's in a good company. Sukahara, obviously one of the good Japanese in lane 4 also. Well, another false start. Well, that was Mamatra, I think, in lane 3, but he's going to be disqualified if that is the case, and that's a shame, really. The youngster, or fairly youngster and inexperienced anyway, knows it without being told. That's the end of his championships at the 100 metres.
What a real shame that is for Lemaitre. He looked so comfortable and so confident in the first round earlier. He knew immediately that he was the one who had caused the problem. Such a shame for such a talented young athlete.
Yes, just a reminder, he set a European junior record, beating Brent Ems's record, 10:04, when he won the European junior title.
Oh, just hearing something there, Peter, they're saying the athletes in 2 and 3, for some reason or other, are being disqualified.
That's right, they've both shown on the clock as being well inside the .100 that's permitted. Lemaitre minus .029, but Gueso also in lane 2 as .028, so both would go out.
Grueso looks absolutely incensed. It didn't look as though he'd moved a great deal at all.
Well, the problem is that if Lemaitre had gone far too early, he would very likely have set off Gueso inside him.
Exactly. Well, Lemaitre is congratulating the crowd, but you can see Grueso is absolutely stunned by that fact. Well, what a shame. Lemaitre looked very good, as you said, Rob, in qualifying, and he may have got through this fairly comfortably, but my, that makes it a lot easier for the others, doesn't it, really? First 3 now, and there's only 6 other athletes in this race now. Edgar of Great Britain, second in qualifying, semi-finalist at the Games.
On your mark.
So they go down again.
Got to hold their nerve this time, the 6 remaining athletes.
Agwakwe it is in lane 1. 2 spaces now in 2 and 3. Sukahara in 4, Piri in 5, Rogers in 6, Edgar in 7, and Ugini in 8. 6 men now in this second round, second heat. Well, they're away this time at least. Sukahara got a great start there, But now you see Rogers coming through. The American is now ahead of Perry, maybe, on his inside. It's Rogers, and on the outside of Edgar, it is in second place, and I think Perry for third. Another fast time, 10.01, fastest we've seen so far. And as Peter pointed out before that, a slight headwind as well.
Well, Rogers made absolutely sure of his selection for the semi-final. Tyrone Edgar just drifted out a little bit, and he was put under pressure by Ogeni from Nigeria, but Edgar came back into the race and I think took second place, as you said, Steve, but very, very tight for the third qualification spot.
Keep an eye on Tukahara as well. Actually, this time it was a slight following win, 0.4. It switched round a bit.
Well, you can see at this stage of the race, Rogers is going away. It's the chase on now for that second and third places. Edgar, it is of Great Britain, I think gets it second, and maybe Sukahara, I think you're right, Peter, may have just got that third. It's very, very close. Well, Sukahara, I think, taking advantage of the disqualifications. I don't think he would have thought he would have got through anyway, but having said that, it looks like he has qualified in third place with a time of 10.15.
Yep, it's Rogers 10.01, Edgar 10.12, Sukahara 10.15, and then Joel Perry, who's just opted for Zambian nationality while he's at American college, lived in Sheffield, got set a national record of 10.16, and Ocho Oghini of Nigeria 10.19. But those are very good times in fourth and fifth and might very well be enough to get through to the semis.
Aye, nobody make them pressure.